Guys, we have made it to Santee, South Carolina for event 3 for Queen City. I'm down here with my buddy Corey with Taco Outdoors, and y'all might recognize that badass rig we helped set up the other day. He's down here fishing the Hobie event. I'm down here for QC. We're fixing to go to the captain's meeting and check in. Y'all hang out. In the world of kayak fishing, I may not be a hammer, but I'm friends with hammers.
The Hobie Bass Open Series anchored by Power Pole, and this is round 3. Equal time and opportunity to make the best judgment possible. We've spoken to many locals, meteorologists, and gauged some anglers' opinions as well. Ultimately, we can all agree that we wish the forecast was better, and we would have the opportunity to enjoy this amazing fishery for 2 days like we intended. However, forecast in this system is looming, and while in the past this series may have taken chances and allowed anglers to dictate their moves and safety, I've been uneasy in allowing that for this weekend. So with that said, we will be canceling Saturday completely, and this will be a single day event. There will be no water access for these 2 fisheries allowed on Saturday.
Well, you heard the man. They're canceling Saturday and doing a one-day only fish off on Sunday. We're not allowed to be on the water, so let's go do a little bit of exploring and check out the campground. So, long story short, I'd already got a hotel room for Saturday night, but I got an invite from my buddy Corey to stay at the campground with him Friday night, so I drove down and I hung out with him. Santee State Park really is a super nice campground, and I stay down there almost every time I go fish now. And the lady at the front desk gave us a tip about going alligator spotting, but where she told us to go, we didn't see any, so oh well. Well, that's enough playing around. Let's get up with some of the other guys and go find something to eat. We found this place called Lone Star Barbecue, and I'm going to tell you what, this place is awesome.
Mustard sauce. Probably got to clarify.
YouTube famous.
A hush puppy.
Okay guys, after a one-day weather delay, we are at the lake. Ready to get event 3 started for Queen City. Let me get in the boat, get to where I'm going, then I'll cut the GoPro on for the rest of it. Alright guys, I got to my first spot, which is technically my second spot because there's someone fixing to go to my first spot. Got about 5 minutes till launch, so we're just gonna hang out, pedal around here, look for alligators, and we're gonna go to work. Three minutes. I'm gonna start the day with this new buzz bait I found from River to Sea, but now I'm over here in all these lily pads. I may switch it up to a frog here in a minute. It's the longest 30 seconds ever. That's 7 o'clock. Let's go. Please don't hit the trees on the first cast. Well, after playing with this buzzbait for a little while, I decided it's time to get serious and bring out the old BizBait spinnerbait and start chunking it up next to trees and see what could happen. And wouldn't you know it, I hooked in on like the 3rd cast. Only problem was, it wasn't a bass. It was a big old pickerel. That is not a bass. Oh shit. Glad I got these. Do me a favor and don't come
That fish actually destroyed one of 2 spinnerbaits that I bought just for this tournament. Let's switch it up and try something different. It wasn't long before I realized that bouncing a shaky head off the base of the trees was the recipe that I needed for the day.
There we go.
And while this fish wasn't exactly the santee monster I was expecting, it did give me a little boost in confidence to get a bass in the boat.
But it's a keeper. One. All right.
If you look to my left, up next to the reeds, right there, you'll see something very significant moving in the water that I had spooked.
Oh, that was big, whatever was moving. I'm going to tell myself that was a turtle.
It wasn't a turtle. It was a little bit longer than that. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I gotta tell you, it wasn't long after this fish that my GoPro quit working. I don't know if the SD card messed up or the camera just stopped working. Every time I looked back, the little light was flashing, but it wasn't recording. So, after I caught this fish, I continued on this same pattern and ended up with a pretty, well, I wouldn't say a nice limit, but I was excited to catch a limit in this tournament. Now, it wasn't a very good limit, but it did allow me to jump up 20 places in the point standing. So, you know, not a great day size-wise, but had a really great day points-wise. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I had a blast out on Santee. And I want to give a special thank you to my sponsors, Rhino Wear, Reed's Uniform, and Fox Barber. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the adventures.